Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome to Cars and Conversation. And in this video, the car itself is quite rare because it's an actual genuine Subaru STi. And I'm joined by Mr. Loshian.
Hi,
how are you?
Assalamualaikum. Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here again.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to say thank you for having me over again.
Absolute pleasure. So but the thing was, unfortunately, our video
we couldn't publish
for a few reasons.
Technical reasons.
Few outside reasons.
Let's say technical.
Technical reasons, yeah.
But good things happen for a reason. That's why, let's say, I am back and happy to be here as a fan of the show as well.
Thank you so much. And the car itself, honestly speaking, in my channel as well, Amir Age are দুটো STi করেছিলাম, they were both converted because it's actually quite hard to find a genuine STi in our country. There are probably 3 to 4 units, I believe.
Yeah, about 3 you would say. One of them is a WRX, the rest of them are STIs.
STIs, yeah.
So, and these cars are from 2005, so it's very hard to even come across the original ones anymore because we won't find it.
Right. So, our video was with your Evo 9.
Yeah.
So, in general, from your point of view, as in like Garita, Chalai, and Chore, how's the Evos different to the STIs or are they similar?
As again, I would start with for a lack of a better term, I would say this car is very forgiving. For Bangladesh, you see, like you're always stuck in stop and go traffic, unless like you're driving around the night. Rater chalan hocche daytime is difficult because onek stop and go, barbar gear shift, go up shift, down shift. But in contrast, to contrast both the cars, এটা খুবই easy to drive, more relaxing. Like আমরা before we started recording the whole thing, we had a very long conversation. আমরা গাড়ি চালাচ্ছি, কথা বলতেছি, we are having our drinks, he's having his coffee, I'm having mine. At some point, আমরা ভুলে যাচ্ছি যে this is an outgoing, like a very raw sports car.
Absolutely.
So we forgiving natureটার জন্য it's more easier to drive. With the Evo, আমার যেটা মনে হতো যে Evoটা খুবই instigating. Like there's always this pressure in the back of your head, like you're driving something a bit sinister. Eta is more relaxed, more friendly.
Yeah.
Like if anybody knows how to drive a manual, they can get in this car, just start driving. They don't have to, how do you say, prepare themselves or to anticipate kora lagbe na. And as someone who would be the owner, আপনি যদি আপনার ফ্রেন্ডকে বলেন চালাতে, আপনারও অত হেডেক নেওয়ার নাই। বাট উইথ দি ইভো ইউল বি লাইক, আচ্ছা এটা আগে, এটা পরে, আগে নিঃশ্বাস নিবা, পরে নিঃশ্বাস ছাড়বা, because it is a car like that. I believe you understand.
I do.
You have driven and been in a lot of Evos so far. As a passenger, I think ওটা বলা যায় যে গাড়িটা অনেক different.
Because I feel that আমরা যখন in fact first ওঠার পরে, মানে within the first 2 minutes, I mentioned to you that this actually feels like a newer, refined car. Because ভিতরে fit and finish, like you mentioned, it's a bit more better than an Evo. Like Evo 7, 8 থেকে একটু better. And also আমরা যতক্ষণ আসলাম, like you mentioned, জাম ঠেললাম, সিগন্যালে বসেছিলাম, কফি পিক করে, felt like a normal drive between two friends, right? ওরকম ওইটা ছিল না, আল্লাহ রানে যাচ্ছি, ওরকম কিছু না।
I'm not sweating. You're not sweating. But even থাকলে there's just pressure. And another thing we mentioned off camera, যেটা STi গুলো এই জেনারেশনের, they are frameless doors. Even for being frameless, sound deadening তো খুবই ভালো। Evoর যেরকম অথবা Lancers, they're very like, other main focus ছিল was on the ultimate driving experience.
Absolutely.
Or creature comfort নিয়ে একদমই worried না, sound deadening বা music quality. Even this has a way better like stock sound system, way better than the Evos. So back to the sound deadening bit. আমরা এরকম একটা, let's say outgoing track car, বাইরের সাউন্ড খুবই মিনিমাল, লাইক বাইরের নয়েজ, পলিউশন, whatever সাউন্ড পলিউশন যেটাই বলতে চান, খুবই মিনিমাল, অ্যান্ড ইটস ভেরি রিল্যাক্সিং। ওরকম অ্যাজিটেটেড মনে হয় না। আপনি ট্রাফিকে থাকেন, আপনি আপনার এসি ছেড়ে জাস্ট রিল্যাক্স করতে পারবেন, মিউজিক শুনতে পারবেন। মিউজিক শুনলে তো আরও ফিল্টার করে দেয় বাইরের সাউন্ড, বাট ইভেন উইথাউট মিউজিক অত অ্যাজিটেটেড লাগে না। ইভোতে যেরকম খুবই আনফরগিভিং ছিল, আনফর্চুনেটলি বাংলাদেশে হাইওয়েতে গোটস এসে পড়ে,
and it's creating
quite a scene here. Never mind. No animals were heard in the making of this video. we're good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah,
And,
yes.
And like you mentioned about the raw feeling, but তোমার যেটা ছিল বনাইন ওইটা was a bit too much. I think it was
Yeah, I
too
mean,
much. Had a stroke or had a lot of aftermarket.
everything
parts
you can
on it.
name was done to the car. I spent, let's say, a hefty chunk of my money just to make it feel like it's worth being a sports car. It was making close to, I would say, at the time I got rid of the car, was making close to like early 500s at the wheel. So 510, 520, whatever. Dhaka, it's not, none of them are accurate because we live in a country where we don't have technology and we are challenged. Anyways, so it was great. But in that term, in that context, that car is very wild. And even in the stock form, যেটা আমি আগে বলতেছিলাম যে গাড়িটা খুবই চ্যালেঞ্জিং, লাইক আপনাকে ইনস্টিগেট করবে যে আচ্ছা আজকে জোরে চালাই। And with this STi power delivery খুবই linear, খুবই smooth,
Very
it
fine.
doesn't jerk as much. Evoতে আপনি যদি ভুলে 3-4,000 এসে পড়েন at 50% or 40% throttle, আপনার মনে হবে যে আপনি কি জানি একটা আরম্ভ করতেছেন, like there's beginning of something. And very like মুভির যেরকম ক্লাইম্যাক্স আসার আগে সাউন্ড এফেক্টস অনেক বেড়ে যায়, like your একটা atmosphere create হয়, Evos are just like that. It builds up an atmosphere. Even for the passenger, তখনও মনে হয় যে oh shit, কিছু একটা হবে এখন. So but like with these,
but I'm sure ওই থ্রিলটা অনেকজন এনজয় করে রে।
yeah, exactly. I feel like
Because we enjoyed your car a lot.
Oh man, we
that
did.
was something because ওই দিন আমরা actually first time meet করছি।
Right, that
But
was our first time.
That car, but it was something else. আমি এরকম I've been আল্লাহর রহমতে নলাবি, but
Right.
that Evo was something else.
Yeah, that was
I'm just very
wild.
sad আমি upload করতে পারিনি, but
Yeah.
that video, but that car itself was something.
I'll drop a link in the comments if any one of you wants to watch this, because আমাদের first time chilo, and we were not even being able to have a proper conversation because I think আমাদের inner child এত prominent হয়ে গেছে যে what is this, এত exciting কেন, এত sound, এত power, এত কিছু. Yeah, it's all of that. But ekhane we are very civilized.
Coffee.
We're members of the modern society. You drink kortese, our coffee and everything. Relaxed. Nothing wild, nothing illegal, no illegal speeding.
Yeah.
But with the Evo, you're always on the edge. So, but yeah, go ahead.
And then with the cars owned by
Oh
another
yeah,
of yours.
very big point. It's owned by, in Bangladesh, as we say, amader ekta boro bhai. I'm very privileged and very honored that he could bestow his trust on me. He's like, please go ahead, go ahead and drive the car, show it around. I don't mind. He's very busy. He's super business orientated, which is why he doesn't really get time to or have the pleasure to drive them that often. But just as a note, I'm very thankful and very honored to be able to have the opportunity to experience a car like this.
And even though, like, compared to the Evo 9, how's the experience in this car as in terms of driving and riding?
I feel like answer ta could be subjective. I am a person who enjoys, I would say, both the cars.
Okay.
But these cars have different purposes, at least to me. Even though they are on the same, when they came out, same price range, same target audience, but their delivery of the excitement is very different. Because as I was saying earlier, STi power delivery could be linear, could be laid back, and Evos are always like আপনি এখন টাইম অ্যাটাকে আসছেন, আপনি আজকের মধ্যেই গুলশান টু বনানী ল্যাপ রেকর্ড সেট করতে হবে, কে কত ফাস্ট যেতে হবে, and then আপনার ফ্রেন্ডস গ্রুপে জানাই দেবে bro 1 minute 30 seconds সব রেড লাইট মিস করছি but I made it. But STi তে এটা নাই. STi তে it's more forgiving, nature oriented, খুবই relaxed, natural একটা experience. মনেই হবে ওঠে যে এরকম গাড়ি আপনি আগে চালাইছেন, even though it's from factory, it comes with 300 horsepower, which is more than enough for Bangladesh roads. You can get to illegal speeds way earlier than you would anticipate. But yeah, it's could be comfortable. Suspension is a lot softer, as I was mentioning. Evo seats springs are more stiffer than Subaru by STi bolen. STi springs. Even the suspension springs obviously softer. Seats springs are softer. So whenever you go through bump take to, let's say, forgiving. But Evo from factory, it's very stiff. I think it was meant to be that way because Evo's pura target audience chilo after the 6 যে আমরা ট্র্যাক নিয়ে ফোকাস করব because Subaru rally segmenta or নিয়ে নিছে. This car is still meant for off-roading, going out for gravel roads and everything, but Evo's track day.
Right.
Going Gulshan to Bonani lap record. That's about it. So
factor like you mentioned that STIs are meant for off-roading and rallying, but আমরা যেটা এখন দেখলাম যে আমাদের কিন্তু Evo 10 তো আর বানানো হয় না, but STIs are still being built for the JDM and American market as well, which is actually quite good to see because like you mentioned in this segment there are basically only 2 cars right now. It's the Evo and the STI, but Evos are long gone now.
2014 last production year. This one's also out of production. 2021 was the last production year for the STIs. Now you can only get WRX, and then there's limited version from a WRX, which is not an STI, but they're trying to market it as one.
As an STI.
I believe it's T spec or some spec.
Yeah.
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the STIs don't exist anymore because the entire point of this car, a guy J price range ta, if you look back, amra jodi 2005, 6, early 2000s dekhi, original MSRP of this car at a full option has every bells and whistles you want was $30,000. Give or take dealership dependent, $35,000 apni ekta STA paben. Even the Evo was of the same, a little more expensive. But the difference was এই গাড়িগুলো কম্পেয়ার করতেছিল ওই জেনারেশনের আপনার 3 সিরিজ তারপর Carrera এটা যখন বের হয় তখন a 911 Carrera makes about 280 to 310 horsepower and this thing from factory comes with 300 horsepower. Even that was underlisted, like underrated because Japanese had that
280 horsepower.
Yeah, 280 horsepower একটা agreement ছিল Americans এর সাথে যে your car can't be faster than ours. But if you think about that একটা Carrera অথবা we timer M3 but 3 series, even like the Mercedes, they were 40,000, 45,000 and up. And as a Japanese car, these offered apna reliability. Insurance was easier to get. And age demographic taro lower chilo because 3 series Porsche kinte hole you have to be, let's say you have to be termed as apna successful life, financially apna well off.
Absolutely.
But these cars were easy to get into. And apna erokom $30,000 ekta gari kine you could easily run past a 911 at 3 series and তখন people were like what's going on আমার গাড়ি থেকে half the price, it's quicker, more fun to drive, more reliable, more fuel economic as well.
Exactly.
And holds its value, which is one of the bigger reasons because তখন no cars were holding their true value. Especially BMWs never do, but these things were, and they were Japanese.
And speaking of which, in general, are the cars easy to maintain and issues with fuel in our country as fuel servicing and maintenance?
Yeah, context wise, I'm not really Bangladesh dhuri. Bangladesh fuel, as we were talking before, it's always plus minus. And it's honestly never plus. I think
it's
that's
mostly minus.
That's just there's this term called bad dyno. So amra anticipate kore and we assume ajke fuel great. There's a couple of my friends that who I know that are actually, let's say, nerds. They're out with their laptops checking fuel kerokom, NOx sensor kerokom. But echara we never really have great fuel or like a standard of fuel. Great fuel bad dilam আমাদের standard maintain করতে পারি না. But let's say this car is stock. গাড়ি basically কিছুই নাই, just minor bolt-ons একটা exhaust আর একটা BOV. That's about it. So in that case, আপনার fuel doesn't really affect as much unless like you get, let's say, like a lot
really
of
bad one.
really bad one. HR maintenance is very easy. It's just with these cars, as you have to understand, these are from the early 2000s. They were meant to be really good, bulletproof almost, but after maintenance you have to be always on the time, like time schedule follow korte hobe. আমাদের অভ্যাস হয়ে গেছে with like generic cars like let's say Alliant Premium whatever.
ওই অভ্যাসটা
রয়ে গেছে যে you kind of can go on 50,000 kilometers past your service due and still be fine. But these cars are not meant to be treated that way. এগুলো like time মতো ভালোভাবে ট্রিট করলে আপনাকে ভালো মতন গাড়িটা ট্রিট করবে, সার্ভিস দেবে, right?
Because I feel like একটা গ্যাপ ক্রিয়েট হয়েছিল in the market as in a lack of information because এক বছর আগেও সবাই বলতো যে Evo STi ওন করা মানে হাফ টাইম গ্যারেজে বসে থাকা. So I feel like এই thought process একটু হলে চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে আগে থেকে. Because it depends a lot on the owner and the tuning as well of the cars.
To answer your to add to your statement, your second last point about the driver, I mean the owner, it is basically the fundamental part. Totally depend করে আপনার ownership আর owner perspective এর উপর গাড়ির সে কিভাবে ট্রিট করতে চায়, তার কারেন্ট philosophy কি গাড়ির উপর, or at least the car they own, and তাদের গাড়ির প্রতি at least the car they own, let's say Evo or STi, ওই গাড়ির প্রতি তার attitude কিরকম, ওটার উপর গাড়ি আপনাকে সার্ভিস দিবে. And most of the cases these cars are still not with their original owners. They have exchanged multiple hands, multiple philosophy, multiple attitude, and multiple maintenance intervals. So গাড়ি তো গাড়ির জায়গায় আছে, but owners তো এসে যাচ্ছে, চেঞ্জ করতেছে, and মাঝখানে জাস্ট গাড়িটাই সাফার করতেছে. So মানুষজন যে বলে যে ইভো STi পড়ে থাকে, ইটস অনেস্টলি ফ্রম ইগনোরেন্স. আমাদের নিজেদের ইগনোরেন্সের জন্যই গাড়িগুলোর সিচুয়েশন এরকম হয়, সাফার করে. কারণ ইফ ইউ লুক এট লাক্সারি কার্স, আপনি any let's say a moderately well established garage, Land Rovers ভরা, BMWs ভরা, Mercedes couple of them, but new GLS, GLE সব ভরা. Why? Because we still have that attitude. চালাই কি হবে, যেখান থেকে হাবি যাবে জায়গা থেকে ফিউল ভরে নি কি হবে. And then couple of months later, bing সব টাইপের alerts, BMW যে chime, ওটা শুনলেই তো like anxiety, heart attack, oh my god, এটা কি শুনতেছি. Yeah, I had a BMW back in Dubai, so I am very used to that chime, and I'm like, nah, this is not for me. I need to relax right now.
But also, I feel like, it's just our point of view.
Right.
Actually, all the newer depth-wise Range Rovers and the plug-in hybrids and whatnot, ওগুলো আসলে একটু difficult to maintain. Especially আমাদের দেশে.
একটু is understatement.
Man, there's so much take on in the car as well that visually everything goes wrong.
Range Rover কিনবেন, কিছুদিন পর লেখা আসবে massage seat failure, কিছুদিন পর ventilation কাজ করতেছে, কিছুদিন পর left suspension airbag failure, and আপনি কিছুই করতেছেন না. You're driving, going to a restaurant, coming back, সকালবেলা ড্রাইভার বলে স্যার গাড়ি নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে. So what can you do?
এটাই মানে it's a pain honestly. Obviously গাড়ির শখ আমাদের সবারই আছে, but আমরা তো একটু স্ট্রেস ফ্রি চাই লাইফে, রাইট?
Definitely.
একটু হলেও কন্ট্রিবিউট করে, I feel like, just my point.
No, I agree to it. I agree with it.
Unrivaled quality. Journey with confidence. Mobil.
And Emil, from your point of view, share 3 pros and 3 cons of the STi.
3 pros. First of all, I want to say for its time, from when this car was put into the market, it's a very good-looking car.
It is,
and especially in this spec. Championship wheels in the blue, amazing to look at. Amazing. It always catches eye. People always appreciate. They're like, okay, very good-looking car.
And in the sun, it pops.
Oh yes, really, very much so. The second point would be the driving experience. Very laid back, very casual. You don't have to pressurize yourself into getting into a situation, let's say. But it's very nice to drive, and it's quick. I would say very quick. Third thing I would say is a great thing that, again, we won't get cars like this, is the part that it's a manual.
Right.
It's manual, 6-speed, all-wheel drive, turbocharged, 2-liter. Quick, fast, reliable.
And has 4 seats as well.
Oh yes, very big point. After shop friend, then you can go out, have fun and everything. So of course.
And 3
cons, right? Let's say very minimal, because cons shuru korle you can always keep digging. But fuel economy, of course, maintenance period could be short and precise. Like আপনার precision নিয়ে কাজ করতে হবে, and from experts, you can't just যে কারো থেকে opinion নিলে হবে না. Our opinions গুলো আপনার fact check করতে হবে. We get carried away from listening to what, let's say, our quote unquote বড় ভাইয়া's say, and then at the end of the day it doesn't always align with their opinion. এই জন্য double check করা, fact check করা is very important. Forums এর সাথে related থাকা. Second con would be, again, also Dhaka's driving experience, manual, catches a lot of attention. It depends on the person. Like as me, I really am not at that age or like that position right now that I would want too many people eyeing into my business. Ki hocche, ki gari chalache. Echara, everything's great. It's the third point of view. I mean, the third con would be that Sorry, we got distracted over there. I mean, the third point of view would be, again, reliability. Like right now, we're driving, let's say, a very stock car. Very stock, you can say, just like the BOV and an exhaust. Very simple, moderately tuned. Reliability can be an issue if you're not doing your maintenance or service period on time. ঠিক মতো না করে থাকলে এছাড়া, as I said multiple times already, very forgiving, very easygoing, but just maintenance যদি ঠিক মতো না করে, reliability can be a very big issue. And Dhaka, we all know, parts, labor, these aren't always consistent, especially parts almost impossible to find. So if anything goes wrong, there are multiple months and maybe a year. Our case, Evo, almost 2 years, just random places, either my house or garage, বসে ছিল. It's like at this point, এই গাড়িগুলো own করলে, if they're tuned or highly modified, গ্যারাজের সাথে মেম্বারশিপ নেওয়া বেটার. যেমনি মানুষজন যেভাবে জিম মেম্বারশিপ, গ্যারাজে এত পেমেন্ট, এত কিছু দিয়ে, এত হেডেক, ড্রাইভ করে যাও, নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে রাতে, call somebody, call a friend, যাও গাড়ি নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে, can you help me with this and that? Membership রাখাই ভালো, because you will definitely face issues যদি টাইম মতো না মেনটেন করে. But like hats off to the owner of the car. Bhaiya kept it really well.
Extremely
keeps
well.
it very clean, does the maintenance on time, and he's a true fanatic of the cars. He used to also own an Evo 9 RS. Our 9 RS, our estate, they were parked next to each other the entire time. I was always fangirling over this. Wow, what a dream to live. Like it's in front of you. Two iconic cars. So yeah, Bhaiya kept the car really well, really clean, and didn't do too much, didn't abuse it, just appreciate it for what it is. Alright, the downside is like, just because of the layout, এই গাড়িগুলা like অনেক heat soak করে. Because তোমার turbo is like right here and নিচে. So পুরো heater পাশ দিয়ে encompass. তোমার headers ও পাশে, ইঞ্জিনের পুরো রাইট সাইডে, দুইটা সিলিন্ডার পাশে. So বসে থাকলে ট্রাফিকে গরম হয়ে যায়, প্লাস স্লো হয়ে যায় at some point. Because STi's এর মেইন পার্ট হচ্ছে তোমার ইনটেক এয়ার টেম্পারেচার. ওটা যত কোল্ড থাকবে তত গাড়ি পুল করতে পারবে.
Is it possible to do a short pull of the car?
Yes, of course. Why not? I would love that. আমরা এসি টেকড অফ করি. More performance.
I remember Evo 9 এর সময় আমি তো বুঝি নাই, because আমরা এরকম অনেকক্ষণ করতেছিলাম, we were cruising, and then যখন পুলের টাইমে I was scared to them, like এটা কি, completely unexpected.
Oh man, you remember you were like acha second gear hi thakuk. That was iconic, bro. That was so good.
Right.
I was like, nah, let's try first gear. I think ramp থেকে
never no problem. But because in that Evo 9 video, I remember আমরা না এরকম first কিছুক্ষণ we were just normally cruising, right?
Yes.
It felt like just normal drive. But এরকম হবে এটা আমি বুঝিই নাই, একদমই বুঝিনি.
I thought like,
my god, something
raw, like, you know, scary, I would say.
Scary, yeah.
It is scary because I've a couple of times, like at some illegal speed, I've had tunnel vision because my brain is trying to process the speed, my focus with the car, and I'm like, acha, there's so many things going on. I'm seeing everything just zoom flying past me. I hope we have some space. There's another tunnel.
Yeah, another tunnel. Sounds very nice, and it's fast enough for Dhaka city, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, easily you can get into trouble. And I'm a daytime driver. That's better, I would say.
And also the other factor, it was off camera, that compared to an Evo, this pull is a bit more smoother.
Very smooth. It's very linear. It's like you can always expect what's coming next. With the Evo, it's like it ends faster than you can be like, I was ready. It's like if you know, like one of those videos where people are bungee jumping, and then people are giving you a countdown, and they let go of one rather than doing the whole thing. Evos are like that. If you're like bracing yourself, 3, 2, 1, one, the car's done. Shifted like 3 gears at 25 psi. You're like, keep with this. But yeah, these things are like they're coming. Plus, this car's close to stock, so nothing, let's say, insane.
Right. Nah, it felt like a very controlled and solid pull.
Welcoming experience, right? Nothing excess.
Like access, exactly.
We can do another short pull if you want.
Sure. Always up for pulls.
Yeah.
50.
Let's see if we can get space here. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty fun. It's big as well.
Very good.
It's just we don't get space to experience the whole range. If we could finish 4 gears, like, okay, this is moving now. We'll try again.
Very nice, mashallah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Sounds fun, right?
Yeah, sounds really good. The exhaust has a good note to it.
Yeah.
It's not too loud, it's
Not too loud.
not too subtle. Sundar sound.
Yeah. Very nice.
Okay, bro, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you a lot for having me here.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you so much
appreciate
again.
the entire time I was here. It was a
Thank you.
lovely
Thank you so much.
experience. Thank you as well. Thank you guys. See you again.
Enjoy a lot. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
My seatbelt is stuck, sorry.